Hey Sag, welcome to the Forgiving Tarot. This is your May 2025 reading for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus signs. Do check out your placements to get a message that most resonates with you. I'm not telling you what to do. The Oracle's not telling you what to do. Ultimately, you have free will. Therefore, you make the best decision for you and those involved. If you're cross-watching, or you yourself, Sagittarius, feel that the roles are in the reverse, please reverse them. Take what applies and leave what doesn't. It's a general reading, not a private reading, so it may resonate, may not resonate. Please be aware of that. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, and donating. It is greatly appreciated. All right, let's see, Sag. You have the Four of Swords, overall message. This could be a period of healing or taking a break. You have the Four of Wands. All right, two fours linked to the Emperor card. You might be taking control right now of your own stability, whether it's mental stability, your stability at home with this Four of Wands, your sense of security. The challenge is the High Priestess. So either listening to your intuition or information that's not known right now. We'll see. You have the Wheel of Fortune as the foundation. Sorry, the Wheel of Fortune, the World card. So there could be some sort of cycle that's done, something that's closed. We'll see what it is. In the past, the Page of Pentacles could be communication in regards to practical things, money matters. Again, we'll see. On your mind, you have the Nine of Wands. This is a card of perseverance, but it is also a card of the wounded warrior. So feeling tired and exhausted. Your outcome is the King of Swords, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra energy. Could have it in your chart dealing with one. But the King of Swords is normally somebody who is, well, in one sense, he could be someone who is aloof, not really in touch with his emotions. Is more of the type of person where I'm delivering facts and logic and truths. So we'll see. Why is the Four of Swords here for Sagittarius? The Three of Cups, the Three of Wands, the Ten of Cups, Star card at the bottom, Aquarius energy. I feel, this almost feels like either a reunion or happy times. And then Three of Wands, waiting, expectations for the Ten of Cups. This happily ever after, this kind of almost like this, finally, there is some peace within this union, this partnership. And it's all clarifying this card of the Four of Swords. So you might feel like somebody isn't doing anything, or you yourself could be just like, I'm taking a break from this. Like, I can't constantly be expecting this. It almost seems like something isn't being done, but the energy of something coming together, something being actually good is just not being done. There might be questions of like, is it going to happen? There's a little bit of confusion, but with this Four of Swords, I almost feel like it's like, I don't even want to deal with that right now. Why is the Four of Wands in your current energy? For some of you, you're waiting on someone, maybe even to travel towards you or to come towards you. But this Four of Swords seems like, oh, nobody's taking action or somebody's sleeping on it. The Chariot, the Six of Cups, the Two of Wands, Five of Cups. There is a bit of disappointment, regret, or sadness with this Five of Cups. But this Chariot, Six of Cups, and this Two of Wands, this is moving towards a soulmate connection or something that feels good, something that feels secure. For some of you, you might be moving back to, I don't know, like a childhood home or location. Why is the High Priestess the challenge? So in the other reading that I was trying to do for you, there was something about a delay. I don't even remember the reading, but it also said something that the delay is not a bad thing. It's not like a complete no, but there is a bit of a pause here, and that's okay, because either something else is going to happen that gives you more information, or that makes you rethink. So it's not necessarily a bad thing. All right, so the High Priestess, we have the Hermit, Virgo energy, the Four of Pentacles, and the Page of Cups. So the challenge could be someone saying something like good news, or someone apologizing, or saying, I love you, or just a message that feels good. Yeah, because it seems like something is just being kept inside. Why is the World card in the Foundation? This could even be you, where you're not saying something or you're not doing something. I don't know if it's actions, but it could be even about making a decision. The Sun, Leo energy, the Eight of Cups, and the Justice, Libra, Ace of Swords. All right, so there is some sort of clarity here. Why is the Justice here? Because it almost feels like a final decision. Yeah, the Queen of Swords. Could be a Libra that you're dealing with. Again, doesn't have to be. Balance. Page of Wands and the Temperance. Again, balance. For some of you, it's wanting some sort of explanation, like why are we waiting? Or even like knowing that someone is taking you into consideration, or what you said. For some of you, you feel like, you know what? I'm going to see what's going to happen, because I'm going to live in the here and now, and whatever happens, happens. Because what I'm looking for is something much more balanced, something where there is an equal give and take, something that's fair. Why is the Page of Pentacles here? Three of Pentacles, working together, the Devil, Capricorn energy, or toxicity, fear, being held back by lower vibrations. And when I say lower vibrations, I mean like so okay, so if you look at the 7 chakras, right? When they're balanced, it feels good. So for example, your sacral, you feel grounded. Lower vibration means the opposite, where you feel all over the place. You feel anxious. You feel like you can't get things together. You feel like a lack of security. When there is an imbalance or lower vibration in like the heart chakra, when it's balanced, this is kind of being fulfilled within, like the cup of love is within you, and you're okay, and you're able to have a healthy connection. When it's in a lower vibration, the heart chakra is still needing connection, but there is like seeking validation outside of that, or seeking like short-term connections just to get that fulfillment. You get what I'm saying? Anyway, and then you have the Tower after the Devil. So in the past, I feel like something was either worked on, but something got in the way of that. Something could have fallen apart. There might have been something unexpected as well. What is this Devil Tower? The Seven of Swords. There could have been some sort of lies, cheating, avoidance, not saying something. The Hanged Man and the Ace of Wands. And why the Tower? The Judgment, the Two of Cups, the Five of Swords. For some of you, you feel played. Like you feel like you were bought into like someone's conversation, like somebody sold you a dream type of thing. For some of you, you've dealt with somebody who breadcrumbs you, who maybe gives you a bit of intimacy and you feel deceived. Why is the Nine of Wands here? So we have the Eight of Swords, the Two of Pentacles, and the Five of Wands. You're exhausted, Sag. I feel like you're looking for hope here. You're trying to persevere. You're standing on one leg type of thing. But you're feeling trapped in your own thoughts. Feeling like you have to juggle everything, like everything, oh my goodness, like here, this and that, and just conflict and drama. And you're exhausted. You want to feel secure. Why is the King of Swords here? Nine of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, and the Lovers. You could be dealing with a Gemini, doesn't have to be. So whoever you're dealing with, or if this is you, someone is feeling a certain kind of way. They're feeling hurt and upset. There might be regrets there. Kind of like wondering, what's going to happen now, trying to see your next move, or you're doing this to somebody. What was at the bottom? The Hierophant. Somebody might even begin to take action and make some sort of decision once they see that you're, I'm going to do for me. I'm going to just focus on myself. Somebody might also think you have other options, whether that's romantic or just other things in your life. Knight of Swords, the Star, the Queen of Pentacles. Listen, Sag, I feel like whoever you're dealing with, they're going to want to say something. They're going to want to take action. They see you as someone secure with this Queen of Pentacles. I feel like they're hoping also that they can provide for you what you want and that this could be worked on. But have you had enough? Are you tired? Are you just not interested anymore? I do feel like this gives you a lot of stress, though. Let's take out the Love Oracle cards and see what that says for you. The Dragonfly, be lighthearted, finding out, things coming to light, adapt, change, and heal. Enlightening, sudden change, shocking news, surprise, epiphany, upheaval, and transformation. Okay, so it seems like there's something that you're going to be aware of. Like I said, if it makes sense about something is being delayed, that's because more information is coming to you. Somebody's going to say something. Someone is going to express what they want, how they feel, etc. Let's take out this deck, the Hidden Truth Oracle. The timing for us just wasn't right. My life is not together as it seems. I feel you leaving me behind. So many things remind me of you. All right, so then somebody's going to express how they feel. Now, the question is do you want to keep waiting? Do you want, you don't have to stop your life. I feel like a lot of the times the issue is, we think that, oh no, this is the one and only thing that's going to work. Like, this is the one and only person that I'm destined to be with. This is the one and only job that I'm going to love. Like, we think that everything is so final, but it's not. Now, this is the Forgiving Tarot. Hey! This is the Forgiving Tarot. So, of course, I'm all for second chances, forgiveness, and whatnot. But you also have to use discernment. There, to a certain point, you have to discern whether or not someone is actually playing with you or taking advantage of your waiting, of your kindness, of your understanding, etc. I feel like somebody in the end with this outcome wants to make a choice, but they themselves are unsure. They're kind of like wondering, like, is the pain still there? Is Sag seeing someone else? Is this, and that? Do they want things to work out? Sure. It looks like it does. Do they want to provide this, what it is that you're looking for? Yes, I feel like it. And the question is, are they? Are they going to? Ten of Swords. The Magician and the Death card. Listen, Sag, I feel like this person does have their heart set on you. And they do want to overcome this pain and suffering. Start all over again. I mean, it looks good, but I'm going to have to question, like, is this like a temporary thing? Because it seems like you've dealt with that already in the past. Somebody doesn't want this to be over. Somebody wants to keep investing in this. And for you, I feel like you're stressed out. Like, if I jump into this, is it going to be what it is that I'm looking for? Am I going to have to keep dealing with this situation like this? From the cards that I've seen already, it seems like there is some sort of sincerity there. So now it's up to you. Because from what I'm seeing, I can't really see if this is going to be a continuous thing. Now, here's the thing. Tarot picks up on energy. So if the energy is like, yes, commitment, whatever, then that means there's a bigger chance of that happening. People have free will. They can feel the urge of like, yes, you know what, I'm going to reconcile, I'm going to commit. And then, I don't know, something else happens. They get in their feelings, like their fears, and that becomes a stronger thing. But the energy of wanting to commit is still there. You get what I'm saying? So when when you listen to tarot readings and it tells you, no, this is going to be like this and like that, I put a question mark there, you know? Because tarot is just reading the energies, the probable energies. If the energy is of, well, this is going to end, it's not necessarily that it's going to end. It could just be a little bit more difficult, and now there's a situation where there's more of a probability that it's going to end. But again, free will, you know what I mean? Anyway, Sag, let me take out an oracle card for you since I already did the oracle card reading for you, but I'm going to do it here. What is the advice and clarity for Sagittarius? What is the advice and clarity for Sagittarius? Acceptance and prayer. All right, let's take a look at that. Acceptance, innocence, and an inability to see one's gifts are indicated, as well as the protection of spirit guides, good luck, and an increase in self-esteem and confidence. So let me read you the story. Cherry loves her work as a waitress, but feels that something is missing from her life. She has a boyfriend, yet she senses that he's unfaithful. One day, a customer orders cherry pie. Cherry cuts a slice and sighs to a friend that her life is like that pie, with a slice missing. Her friend remarks that maybe Cherry is a heart-shaped pie. Cherry's perspective changes. She leaves her boyfriend and later meets a man who makes her happy. A magical box of self-acceptance appears before you. Your unique qualities reside within. Open it. Are things simple now? Cherry Heart invites you to see yourself as complete, just as you are. Am I assessing myself accurately, or am I distorting my reality in a self-defeating way? Can I simply accept myself? So this card is about new ways of seeing yourself, embracing imperfection, feeling incomplete, selling yourself short. And the little saying says, when I accept myself, I find love. So if this is about a connection here, are you looking, sometimes we think we love somebody so much and they just keep hurting us over and over and over again. And it's not necessarily love. What it is that we're holding on to, this person represents all the other ways that you have felt this pain. And by holding on to that and looking and still loving and still believing and still, benefit of the doubt, subconsciously, that's you giving that to all the other past situations, people that have made you feel that way. And here, I almost feel like there's a need to forgive yourself for holding on to that. Because then in the end, if you get everything that you want, if this is a person who needs to change, if this person changes and gives you everything that you want, you need to ask yourself, how are you going to approach that? But honestly, oh no, I'd be happy. No, really do the digging in there. Are you really going to feel like you're going to accept that? Or are you going to be questioning it? Or are you going to be like, you know what? Now that they're making me happy and they're great, I don't know if I actually really want this. It's difficult because we only really find out once we are in that moment, once we're actually experiencing that. That's why a lot of the times we constantly have to experience this pain, because it's like, how am I going to react differently this time? All right, let's read prayer. There was something that I heard, and it said that in a situation like that, sometimes we're using Sometimes we're going through this with a broken leg when we're the ones needing to heal ourselves, because these people, situations come into our lives really to help us reflect on what's inside. Why am I allowing this? Why am I tolerating this? Or why is this triggering me? What is it that I need to look at? Because sometimes we're using the bit of what it is giving us that feels satisfying as a crutch when we have a broken leg, and what we're needing to heal is the leg, not just go about life with the crutch. All right, prayer. And that says, inquiry and original thoughts are inspired by the angels in lemon yellow. Cut through and face the truth and surrender to a higher calling. There is collaboration here and a willingness to change one's mind. Try letting go of control. An old man sits on his porch with his grandson, sipping lemonade and reminiscing. He wanted to be a traveling preacher. He'd been all set to leave home, but his father reminded him to pray for guidance. That very night, his father died, and the man realized that Spirit was telling him to stay. Now his grandson appreciates the lemonade, and the old man smiles. He never regretted staying on the farm. Cool lemonade is a reminder that there is always a plan. If you were sidetracked from your path, then you will be guided back to your true calling. If my most powerful thoughts are a form of prayer, how can I live in active prayer? And the key words are: all prayers are answered, following where life leads, being of service, and fulfillment. And getting clarity, destiny, and authenticity. All right, Sag, I'm going to leave it there. If you resonated with the reading, let me know down in the comments down below. Be sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.